went from a really nice sunny day, calm, to this. Super windy. This is Lake Michigan, and you know, somewhere over that way is EN 187 over in Michigan. But I was actually hoping for it to be really nice and sunny because I had a few things I wanted to talk about. But as you can see, I hope you can hear me because it's really windy and the water looks disgusting. But let's get this vlog started right now. What's going on, guys and gals, if I have any of those watching? Well, it was really nice out, man. It was really sunny, calm, no wind, and me being me, I actually went to sleep at 8 a.m. exhausted from work and just basically not having any sleep the day before, and I worked the full shift and came home exhausted, like so happy to see my bed, and laid down and woke up at 11:30 a.m. So I slept like 2.5 hours, and I'm kind of tired now, so I hope you can't tell in my voice or if I don't transfer it into this video, but I'm tired, real tired actually. But tomorrow night I'm actually flying out to Vegas with my fiance for a little vacation. So I figured, you know, I got a little time tonight in between preparations. I'll go ahead and try and make another video. And one thing I actually wanted to talk about was Batman, basically Batman. I did not watch Batman vs. Superman. I was gonna go watch it, and someone kind of spoiled it for me because I am growing to hate Batman. And it's not really anything against him. I guess it's in particular how he's perceived. Batman, sorry, people are gonna hate this. This is what people are gonna hate. Batman is not a superhero. Sorry. For those people out there who are believing Batman is a superhero, Batman is not a superhero in my eyes. He has no powers. He has nothing. He literally is just a very rich man that knows martial arts. He's a good fighter and he's smart. He's a human being. He has no powers. There is absolutely no way in hell Batman could ever beat Superman. And in my opinion, before everybody starts throwing out, oh, Batman can beat Superman with kryptonite. Kryptonite does not kill Superman. Kryptonite makes him weak. But considering all of the power Superman has, he never even has to get close to Batman to kill him. I mean, for crying out loud, Iron Man versus Batman would be Iron Man versus Superman would be a better fight than Superman versus Batman. To me, that's just dumb. But it could also be me talking talking nonsense, because it can go all the way back to like the beginning of the comic books, which I'll be completely honest, I did not read all the comic books and stuff like that. So maybe it's something deeper in the history of it. But to me, the idea of a man in a suit, a vigilante, because that is what Batman is. He's just a vigilante. He's not a superhero. Aquaman is more of a superhero than Batman, and Aquaman's just stupid. But yeah, I just don't understand how that makes any sense. I don't understand how you make a movie like that and how the movie actually makes money. I really wanted to go see it because I was hoping they were going to actually make it legit. It looked mean. Like freaking Superman looked nasty. But, you know, someone kind of spoiled it for me and was like, oh yeah, Superman almost died. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Faster than a speeding bullet, has laser eyes. He could literally throw Batman into outer space. He could just fly Batman into outer space. One punch from Superman and Batman would be nothing. But I don't know. I'm gonna probably piss off a whole hell of a lot of Batman fans. I got buddies who are diehard Batman fans, and you know, I think they probably still have Batman tighty whities. But I don't know about that. That's just crazy to me. Thought I'd swing by the south side of the lake to check it out. I used to come down here a lot and go fishing with my buddy. I haven't fished in a few years, man. If you're a fishing person and you're like heavy into it, it's insane kind of how expensive that gets after a while. I hope you guys can hear me because I have my visor down. It's really, really windy. I know most of you guys have seen that video by now. You've had to have seen it. It's been picked up by news channels, 1320. I mean, everybody's had that video, especially people who bike. But the video, I think it was like last weekend or a couple weekends ago, the guy on the group ride that hit the dog, and then the other guy behind him almost got hit by a semi. One of my buddies was actually on that ride. That was here in Wisconsin. That was a few cities up the highway. But one of my buddies was actually on that ride, and he was up in the front, and he was telling me that they didn't even know that happened. The front group, you know how a big giant group ride is, they actually went up to the gas station. That's when they actually found out that had happened. And when I watched that video, you know, from the first camera angle, it didn't seem like that much of a close call from the second guy when he rolled over in front of the semi. But when you watch that second angle, that's insane how close it actually was to getting hit by a semi. That is just crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I probably would have had to, when I took the bike home that day, I probably would have stayed off the bike for about a week. Not out of fear or anything like that, because I've crashed plenty of times. It's just, that was more than just your average crash. If you would have got hit by that semi, you'd have lost his life. He would have died. There's no way around it. Because the dog died. The dog got hit by the first bike, and it got pushed over into the oncoming lane of the semi, and the semi locked up its brakes and, you know, actually ran the dog over. So the dog died. And I know a lot of people were saying who was at fault. Well, the guy on the supermoto that was behind, you know, most people who ride in group rides, you ride staggered for a reason. Staggered isn't 100% gonna mean that, you know, you're gonna be safe in an accident. Riding staggered just gives you a little bit of extra room in case, you know, you have an accident. Well, if he would have been staggered, he probably would have been a little bit better off. He would have been able to stop and not lock up lose the front end on it. But that sucks. I just wanted to mention that because, like I said, here in Wisconsin, we do have like a really big sport bike community. We have a lot of riders, and there's another video. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Miltown Throwdown. This actually made national news also. I was on that ride. It's a big stunt ride through Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I mean it's a fun ride. But this year, last year, people kind of got a little out of hand. You know, a stunt ride, most of the people doing stunts are in the front of the group. That's how it always was, and we end up close to the midpoint of the ride or the end of the ride. We usually end up going to a stunt spot, and that's where the stunters put on a show, and people that can do wheelies, they go out in the other part and do wheelies, and usually we're there for like 10-15 minutes, and the cops break it up. This year, unfortunately, I crashed. I'm pretty sure there's video of that somewhere. I know there's video of it, but I crashed and broke my ankle really, really badly. I'll do another segment on that later, but I broke my ankle, and I ended up missing the ride. So I ended up missing the second half of the ride, which apparently was cut short because in the video, Scott, my buddy who put the video up, I'll actually maybe leave a link to him on Facebook for this, but he videotaped it, and it made the news because that was the video when the guy and the girl that was riding up, and it looked like they tried to pass the cop, and the cop ran them off the road. Well, there's so many stories behind that, but that's actually not the truth. I know a lot of the people that was on that ride. That part of the video, the ride was completely over. Miltown Throwdown was done. The ride was over. Everybody was heading home. Nobody was doing any stupid stuff. They were small groups. They broke up and they rode home just like the cop wanted. And for some reason, that cop just came out of nowhere thinking that ride was still going on. And there's another video, he just started swerving all over the road, keeping people from going home. Like, these are now, I guess you can say, law-abiding riders going home. And there's a second part to that video where he literally almost runs two bikers into a store. Like, he swerves and almost runs them up on the sidewalk into some pedestrians into a store. That was the same exact cop that hit that other biker with the girl on the back without a helmet. Which, say what you want about that, but here in Wisconsin we don't have a helmet law, and I guess it's up to you. You can do it if you want. You can ride however you want, but yeah, that's the same cop. He ran them over. And then it came out in the news that the guy on the bike ran into the cop. I'm like, how stupid is that? He has a passenger on the bike and he knows that she doesn't have a helmet on. How do you think it's going to turn out, bike versus car? So, you know how cops are. That's why a lot of us I don't even screw with cops. I try to stay away from them as much as possible because you're not going to win. You're not going to win versus a cop. So let that be a lesson. If you're not going to win, if it goes to court, it goes to anything, it's going to be your word versus a cop. You're not going to win. It's just not going to happen. But, oh, I might have actually, oh, this dude got a fish. That's pretty sick. While I'm talking, he caught a fish. That's cool because I haven't fished in a long time. This might actually get me back down here. Oh, that's sick. Gotten myself off topic. You need a hand with the net? All right. Nice, man. It's real nice. It's hard to fish out here in all this wind, so that's a good catch. Have a good one. That's cool. I'm out here talking and dude catches a fish right in front of me. And that's really hard to do. You see how windy it is out here? Nobody fishes in this crap. That's cool though. Woo! Super windy. Look at that. You don't believe me how windy it is. Look at that thing. But I apologize for my first video. When I uploaded it, it said it was in 1080p, and then when I went back and checked it, it was like 680 or whatever the hell it is, whatever stupid resolution it is. And that pissed me off because I took a lot of time. I uploaded a 1080p video, but for some reason the file changed, and I checked it and then I redid it, and then I forgot to check it again before I uploaded it. So I'm doing a few things differently when I upload this video, and I mean I can only do so much right now because I used to have a laptop that I use, but it's all broken up now, and my fiance last year had bought me a computer for Christmas, which was a really, really nice thing. I never had anybody do anything like that before. So, and the first thing I did is I opened the box and went straight for the spec sheet. And when I saw the spec sheet, she saw my face change and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "How much?" I'm thinking, how much did you pay for this thing? She bought me an all-in-one HP desktop PC, which I really, really appreciate it, man. As a gift, I really do appreciate it. But I was thinking in my head, I'm like, if you're gonna go buy electronics, why wouldn't you come get me? Like, I know electronics. I'm like, why wouldn't you come get me and check the specs of the computer first? I understand it's a gift, but with something like that, you should have, I mean, I would have gotten somebody to come check it out first. But, you know, yeah, it was kind of funny because I went and saw the specs of the computer and I was like, I am not impressed. This kind of is like, how much did you pay for this thing? It was exactly what I thought. I'm like, how much did she pay for this? But, you know, it's all cool. It's all good. That's one of the issues. Is my computer. Like, I want to record at 1080p 60 frames a second. My computer cannot even run that at all. If that lets you know what I'm dealing with. I can do 30 frames per second is which one I'm recording at right now. I cannot do 60. 60, I just hear the audio. I don't see any video at all. It's a little in-town spot I used to come to practice my wheelies when I first started learning. Like, the place where I started learning them is pretty far off. It's like at least a 25 minute ride out down the highway. So I've actually found this little spot in town, which is a really, really short ride where I used to come, because as you can see, there are no houses around. There's no houses. There's not really anybody that's gonna bother you. If you happen to screw up or whatever, there's not really anything to hit, because I usually did mine at the base of this hill. So it's just a little bit of nostalgia. I don't know about if I'm gonna do anything right now because it's kind of windy. But yeah, this is one of the spots that I used to come to. This is where I started. This is actually the spot where I learned when I started getting it down. You know, you get the feeling of it. You get the little, what they call the trick. Once you actually start feeling like you're doing a pretty good wheelie. But no, it's super windy right now, so I'm not gonna try and do anything crazy, because I don't want my bike getting freaking tipped over up high. But I'm gonna get ready to end this video. Nice talking to you guys again. I hope you like everything that I put out. If not, please comment, and most of all, please subscribe and stay tuned